Today I'm going to show you cross-canceling. It's one of my favorite things to do when I teach the fractions unit. It's actually really simple, and the purpose is to make your fractions smaller so that in the end you either do not have to reduce or you have to reduce something smaller. And remember, reduce and simplify are pretty much synonyms when we talk about fractions. So step one I've already done. You look across the multiplication sign in a diagonal way. And what you need to be thinking is, do 8 and 3 have any factors in common? And that is when we've talked about GCF. 8 has the factors 1, 8, 2, and 4. 3 is prime. They do not share anything in common, so there's nothing I can do with those. Then I'm going to go look at my other side, and I have 4 and 2. And if you're really good with factors, your brain is already going, flashing. They're both even. So I can see here my factors are 1, 4, 2, and 2. And 2 has the factor of 2. So I could divide both of them by 2. So what my brain is thinking right now is 2 divided by 2. This is what I'm thinking here. I'll put it in a little think bubble. My brain is thinking 2 divided by 2 equals 1. All right, that means I'm going to cross that out. I'm canceling it, and I'm putting a 1 there. Now my brain here is thinking 4 divided by 2 equals 2. That is what I'm going to put here. Cross that out and put a 2. So my new problem, and I'm going to switch colors just so you can see it. My new problem is 1/8 times 3 over 2. Yes, it's improper. It does not matter at this time. And then you just multiply like normal, going across. 1 times 3 is 3. 8 times 2 is 16. And then you would need to check, is there another way I can reduce? In this instant, you cannot simplify it any further. It is in lowest terms, and there is your answer. All right, let's do another problem. And this time, and it really does not matter. You can start, I just am in the habit of always going this way and then that way. It doesn't matter. All right, right away my brain is thinking they're both even. I can check my factor list again, and I know right away they both have a factor in common of 2. So since they both have a factor of 2 in common, that means I can divide both of them by 2. So my brain is thinking 10 divided by 2 equals 5. And up here I am thinking 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Can't. So when I cross them out, I have a 5 here. And I have a 1 here. Now, you will get better at this, and it will get easier. And you won't have to rewrite the problem. Again, now I'm going this direction. I'm looking. I see a 3 and a 9. I check my factors chart. I know that both 9 and 3 have a 3 in common. So, again, my brain is thinking 3 divided by 3 equals 1. And up here, my brain is thinking 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So then I can cross them out. And I can rewrite my problem. 3 and 5 are my first fraction. It's still a times. And then 1 and 1. Oh, yay! Now, I really don't even have to do anything else because I know anything times 1 is that. But I can go ahead just for the sake of the video, multiply across. And I am in lowest terms. It is simplified as much as it can. If I were not to have simplified, I would have had to take 9 times 2, which would be 18. And 10 times 3, which is 30. And then I would have had to find a way I would have to divide them both by a common factor. So I'd have to go back to my chart, and this time I'm looking at 18 and 30. So I'm here and here. So I'm having to divide by something bigger. It looks like my greatest common factor would have been a 6. Yep, divide them both by 6. So this is another way you can do it. And I would get 3/5. So cross-canceling just makes them smaller to begin with. Last one. And I picked this one because this one's a little harder. All right, this time I'm looking at 15 and 21. 21 and 15. I know they both share a 1. They both share a 3. And that's it. 3 is the biggest, so I can divide them both by 3. So I'm going to do 15 divided by 3, and I get a 5. 21 divided by 3 is a 7. Cross that out. I got my 5 already kind of right here. Cross this one out. I'm going to put a 7 here. Okay, because that's what my brain was thinking right in this. Okay, new color. Let's do this. I got 16 and 24. My factors chart. If you get really good, you don't need your factors chart. I'm doing 16 and 24. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 is my biggest one, my greatest common factor. I'm going to divide them both by 8. So over here, I'm thinking 16 divided by 8 equals 2. And over here, I am thinking 24 divided by 8 equals 3. Cross it out, put a 3. Cross it out, put a 2. Okay, rewrite the problem because it will make it easier. Once you get good, you could just go ahead and go for it. 2/5 times 7/3 multiply across. That is 14, and that is 15. And I'll give you a big hint. If there's just one number difference between the two, you're most likely in the lowest terms. And that's my final answer. Now you can tell why I love cross-canceling, because once you get good at it, all of those thinking thoughts, I don't write out. I just know them in my head, and it makes math go way faster. I hope you enjoyed this trick.